Theme 3. Hard Times. Track 3.1. Listen to the podcast and fill in the blanks with the expressions below.
Our next guest on this episode of Cyber Inspire is Ida Stanton. She is an amazing young lady who has worked through all of life's difficulties and achieved her goals. She's a senior at Ohio State University and a scholar of the National Association for the Education of Homeless Children and Youth. Ida was homeless many times over her life, yet she never quit. We'll ask Ida about her life as a homeless girl and how she was motivated to work with homeless youth. Welcome, Ida. So, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, thanks for having me here today. Yes, I've been homeless on and off since the age of 4. To begin with, our father died when I was 3. Soon after his death, we moved to Waco to be with the rest of our family. We stayed with our relatives for some time. My mum had to work long hours while my sister was babysitting me. Later, the family we were living with had twin babies, so there was no room left for us. After that, we moved to many shelters and other safe places. When Mum found out that she was diabetic, I was in 4th grade. Her health was mostly unstable after that, and she couldn't hold any of her jobs. In the end, I had to relocate and attend a new school every time my mother got a new job.
How did this situation affect your education?
Moving from one school to another made me fall behind the other students. While I was looking for support for my education, I met the Homeless Education Assistance Act. This service helped me to stay at the same school despite my housing problems. I'm in college now and planning to go so much further.
Why do you want to help other homeless children and youth?
My experiences led me to help other homeless young people. Last year, I took part in a briefing on homeless children and youth that was held in the Parliament. I also became the leader of the homeless children while I was coordinating the youth task force.
Well, that's really amazing, Ida. Thank you very much for coming. That's it for this week's episode of Cyber Inspire. Happy podcasting!
Theme 4. What a Life. Workbook Track 4.1. Listen to Dennis giving his English class presentation about Christopher Reeve, the best Superman of all time. Number the sentences below in the order you hear.
Today, I am here to talk about a real Superman whose talent and determination will be remembered forever. Christopher Reeve, who was born in 1952, was a legendary American actor, director, and writer. With his blue eyes and athletic build, Reeve starred in 4 Superman movies. He was a hero not just in the movies but in real life. Reeve dedicated his life to those with disabilities after the injury which left him paralyzed. After he had graduated from high school, Reeve attended Cornell University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in English and music theory in 1974. While he was studying at Cornell University, he continued his drama education. Reeve was also a licensed pilot and had flown solo across the Atlantic twice. May 27, 1995 was the day that changed his life forever. He was a talented horseman, and that day he was taking part in a competition. Suddenly, the horse stopped, and he was thrown from the horse. He remained in intensive care for 5 weeks. When he recovered, doctors told him he could not walk anymore. Despite all the obstacles, he used his star power to raise awareness for the disabled. He became a real Superman to millions of people. Throughout the 80s and early 90s, he received several awards. He wrote 2 autobiographical books, Still Me and Nothing Is Impossible. On October 10, 2004, he died 15 days after his 52nd birthday. He lived the role of a Superman throughout his life. He was able to inspire hope in people with spinal cord injuries, Parkinson's disease, and Alzheimer's.